Good evening, y'all. How y'all doing? How you doing? Boy, Alcorn can't catch a break. They can't catch a break. Less than 24 hours since our last live, and how you gonna fix it? You done messed me up to tell this business. I done called the police because I'm doing a refund. A refund is due unto me. Don't feel like I've just been abused out here today. God ain't pleased like this. You can't do the saints like this. Boy, I don't even know if I'm gonna sit out here till the police come. I'm gonna sit out here till the police come. I'm doing a refund. Cause I'm doing one of me. And it made it big time, Willie. What did I say last night? I said the same thing that'll make you laugh or make you cry. Congratulations, though. You know, all jokes aside, right? Congratulations to Coach Bussie for elevating to Chicago State. They are in the NEC conference. The NEC conference is actually the same conference that St. Francis, the team that Alabama State played last night. I want to say that they're in that particular conference as well. I tried to tell y'all. I was telling folks without telling folks, because for me, I would wait for the actual announcement or for somebody else to break the news. I was just going to hint at it. I've known for a couple of days now that Coach was leaving the reservation. So I'm going to pull up the article and I'm going to read it. And then, shoot, folks, now all of a sudden, I mean, he's not the only one. Somebody else started some mess today by releasing Coach Dawn Thornton at Alabama A&M. Her name has surfaced as a possible replacement for Mike Neighbors at Arkansas. And, you know, she just got to Alabama A&M. Like, wait a minute. So much. It's the end of the season. You're going to have a lot of changes. You're going to have a lot of players going in and out of the portal. It looks like they already found a possible replacement, who's actually interested in going to Alcorn State. And I think that that's really, really big when you have someone that's in the state of Mississippi. And I'll bring him up and, you know, as far as like pulling up his information and reading it, because he's already shown interest in that particular job. But for me, I don't know if many of you guys know this or remember, but Coach actually was named as a possible hire for the FAMU job when it became available. He was cited as one of the applicants that wanted to go to FAMU. Yeah, he wanted the FAMU job. They ended up, of course, going with Prairie, but he did apply at that particular job. So, dang, my thing is always, let me see. He never wants to share my stuff. So for Alcorn, that's a lot, right? That's 2 head coaches in less than a year and a half. I'm gonna play, of course, the video. You know I'm petty, right? I am. I ain't gonna lie. I'm petty. No reason to lie. Who's lying? I'm not lying. They released all the names and his name was on it.
They here at Augusta High School that led to Chris Wood's death. The fuck is that? Shit! I'm dying in this fucking country ass fucked up town. Shit flying in my mouth. The fuck? I can't see pollen. Let's get the fuck out.
Coach said, I gotta go. All right. Mormon, it's been nice. Mormon. Oh, okay. I was like, wait a minute. Lorman, Mississippi. I done put my blood, sweat, and tears into this program. And it's time for me to roll out. I think you could tell early in the season when Alcorn lost to Jackson State at home, he was devastated. Everybody knows that meme started circulating around and stuff like that. But Adam Nelson is the person that broke the story. He's a longtime college basketball coach turned blogger. He's a podcaster, commentator. And, you know, he's been posting all of it, posting all of the sources at hoopdirt.com. I'm going to copy and paste it. Mind you, I mean, I knew about this I just said, let me let somebody else drop it. I'm going to just be petty and hint at it, right? I'm going to hint at it. I'm not going to actually say it. Because head coach set to hire current SWAC head coach. Multiple sources that Chicago State intends to hire Alcorn State head coach Landon Bussie, with the official announcement coming tomorrow. Bussie was reportedly a finalist last year. So that means he'd been trying to get up out of Lorman, Mississippi. Okay. He applied for FAMU. He applied for Chicago State. He's been trying to get out. It says Bussie was reportedly a finalist last year before Chicago State promoted assistant Scott Spinelli to the position. Spinelli resigned from the position after just one season a few weeks ago. Bussie has spent the past 5 seasons at Alcorn State, where he has gone 66-83. His best season came in 2022-2023 when he went 18-14. Chicago State AD, Prairie View A&M University, Dr. Monique Carroll and Bussie have both previously worked at Prairie View A&M. More on this once it becomes official. Okay, so you see the connect there. The AD that is at Prairie View is a former AD, or the former Prairie View AD is actually the current AD at Chicago State right now. So now it makes sense, right? He worked at Prairie View A&M. So, you know. Yeah, we've been new. We've been new. We've been kikiing for some days now in the chat. Get days now in the group chat, just kikiing, like just kikiing. And I've been trolling folks online without actually saying it, because I believe in allowing for either the schools to make the announcement or somebody else, because, you know, it gets tricky when folks like just people, HBCU podcasters, it gets kind of tricky when you break news and you don't want to be, don't want to have egg on your face. Like when they said that AD Robinson was going to Prairie View, or I'm trying to think of some other stuff that folks made up that wasn't true, right? Yeah. Let's see. Let's see what our Southern Jags are doing. What they doing? Oh, so the Southern Jaguars will be taking on the UC San Diego Tritons at 9:00 p.m. tonight. The Southern Jags. So, you know. For Kanisha. There we go. Connections. So, if you ever want to figure out why somebody got what and how did that happen, all you got to do is dig a little deep. They put it right out there for us that the Prairie View, that AD, former Prairie View AD, that is currently the Chicago State AD, they had a connection. And so, you know, got them up on in there. So congratulations. Let's talk about Chicago State basketball. Okay. So let's see who's in there. First of all, why is it good or a good thing for Coach Bussie to have this job? Well, for one, he's used to working with programs that have less resources, right? So he knows how to navigate that. And then Chicago is probably going to be a lucrative recruiting spot. Hey, what's up with all these rotations? I didn't even hear that one. Lord, y'all dropping tea in the chat. What channel was Southern be on? I want to say, let me go ahead and look. I want to say True TV, but I might be wrong. Let me see. TV and streaming. It'll be on ESPN. ESPN. So this is Chicago State. Chicago State was last place for this past season, 4-28 overall. Only way to go is up, right? The only way to go is up. You're welcome. And as you can see, St. Francis that took on Alabama State yesterday, they're in that same conference. Mercyhurst, FDU, Lemoyne, Wagner, Stonehill, Central Connecticut, LIU. Yeah. One thing that I will say about Chicago State is it's not like he's necessarily going to a white institution, because Chicago State is actually what we call a PBI, which means it's not an HBCU, but it is a predominantly Black institution. It wasn't founded specifically to serve the African American community, but it has a large percentage of African American students, which makes it a PBI. Chicago State began in 1867 as a teacher training school. And while it has a rich history serving the African American community, it wasn't originally established as a HBCU. As the demographic composition of Chicago's South Side changed, increasing number of African American students began attending CSU. CSU is committed to meeting the needs of the urban community and providing a high quality education with a focus on leadership development, scholarship, and career preparation. So it actually appears that I wouldn't necessarily, let me see how many people go to Chicago State. So in fall 2022, Chicago State had a total enrollment of 2,317 students. So I would say Chicago State is probably similar to Alcorn State in the sense of like the amount of enrollment. Only it's in Chicago. Still a smaller school. So, yeah. I think this is funny.
Motherfucker. I can't even see me.
What really happened on that Thursday here at Augusta High School that led to Chris Wood's death?
The fuck is that? Shit! I'm dying in this fucking country ass fucked up town. Shit flying in my mouth. The fuck? I can't see pollen. And just get the fuck out this.
Chicago was a great candidate for the MEAC. I feel like Chicago State should have went to the MEAC, but then it was just like the location. But I feel like Chicago should have went to the MEAC because you're a predominantly Black institution. You're a smaller school. I guess the other schools are smaller too, but still. So now let's talk about the other head coach. Y'all put allegedly in the chat. Even though other people are reporting on it, y'all go ahead and put allegedly in the chat. Please. Please. This just came out. I ain't trying to step on nobody's toes, but I'm just reporting what the folks are saying. I'm reporting what the folks are saying. So this is Sleeper Athletes Ladies Basketball. Head coach Dawn Thornton's name has surfaced as a possible replacement for Mike Neighbors at Arkansas. Thornton took her UAPB Golden Lions into Fayetteville and beat the Razorbacks 74-70 in 2023. Okay. Rumor has Ooh, rumor has it. Ooh, rumor has it. Allegedly. Allegedly, she's possibly headed to the SEC. So, some of these coaches that are headed to these postseason contests, they can definitely parlay themselves into different coaching jobs, right? Coach Dawn Thornton is a graduate of the Jackson State University. She has been at Alabama A&M for 1 year. And the Alabama A&M women's basketball team was able to finish second in the Southwestern Athletic Conference behind Southern. She actually has more wins, an overall better record than Southern. She just lost to Southern. So her overall record ending was 21 wins versus 10 losses, 14-4 in conference play. That's the overall record. My Shayla. Make this rumor up. I'm just reporting the news, okay? So we can talk about it on here, right? That's all I'm doing. That's all I'm doing. Now the one from coach, the Alcorn head coach, I already knew about that. So yesterday when I was speaking on, being funny and doing the little digs and stuff like that, that's because I already knew he was leaving. But this one, I haven't heard it. I just saw it on here, and I'm like, wait a minute, what is going on?
Oh my God!
These are Alabama A&M folks.
Oh my God!
I want to know what's going on with this though, because I ain't heard nothing. Anybody heard?
I got something to say.
As soon as Jackson State lost, I'm talking about as soon as Jackson State lost, he went live. You don't even go to Alabama State. He was that petty to go on live. I don't even think he went live when the Alcorn State women's team got beat by like 20 points. He didn't even go live. So, and I'm just like, now why is you over here heckling us knowing that your coach is about to exit stage left? Why would you do that?
I thought bones were for dogs, not hornets. I got something to say tonight. Yeah.
He's smoking that.
I got something to say tonight. That made me feel good. We got to add whoop too. Yep, we got to add whoop too. And when you had your chance, you should have laughed. It's my turn to laugh now. You should have just laughed when you had a chance. I thought bones were for dogs, not hornets. I got something to say tonight. Yeah. I got something to say. They made me feel good. We got to add whoop too. Yep, we got to add whoop too. And when you had your chance, you should have laughed. It's my turn to laugh.
Yeah. Now we all can laugh now. We all can laugh now, huh? Are we laughing or are we crying? Huh? But I will say this, and this is a very, very good thing, right? This is a good thing for Alcorn State because, dang, somebody already stepped into the plate. That is phenomenal. When someone says, hey, in order for me to play this particular coach, I need to be hired. Here we go right here. Just, all right. So I want to see, this is David Edelstein. He's a reporter in the state of Mississippi. He covers Jackson State, Mississippi State, Alcorn, just all Mississippi things. And he said, I want to see Tony Madlock and Tony Tadlock meet up of champions. This Alabama State's men's basketball SWAC champion head coach, plus Raymond, which is in Raymond, Mississippi, 5-time state champion head coach, Meridian State champion assistant coach, Tony Tadlock, right? He responded, and he says, that means I need a SWAC job. Okay. That means I need a SWAC job. Wait a minute. Okay, let me look up Tony Tadlock. Tony Tadlock said, hire me, I'm ready. So there's a couple of different things with, I mean, of course, I'm sure you would want to do your due diligence as far as who you're going to hire. But, and it's not just, it's more than one person who's saying, hey, call Tony. The first person Alcorn should call about their men's basketball coaching job opening is Tony Tadlock, and he is retweeting it. Tony Tadlock is a head coach of Raymond boys basketball team, 5 championships in 8 years, finals in all 8 years, 218 wins. Okay. For a state champs. Okay, Coach Tadlock. Men lie, women lie, numbers don't. And he said that he want to go to Lorman, Mississippi. Listen, it's not too many folks that, unless you in Mississippi, it's something, right? To be able to recruit there, to be able to keep your talent there. So I wish I can't. Let me see if I can get Coach's crying meme. Where is it at? Where is it at? Hey, can you hear me? No, we cannot hear you, Mr. Ford.
Hey, can you hear me?
I can hear you now. How you doing?
All right, how you doing?
Mr. Ford.
I
came on last night and you was not here.
Yeah, I didn't. You know what? You came on late, didn't you?
No.
But what? You know what? I saw it this morning when hey, Miss Whitley, I saw it this morning when I got to school that you were on last night. I was like, darn, I missed that.
Yeah, but it's a good thing that you're here today, right? Because last night I was being funny, I was being petty because I knew that Alcorn State's head coach was leaving, but I didn't want to actually say it. You didn't hear the news?
I just heard it from you.
Yeah, Landon Bussie's headed to Chicago State.
Yeah, I like him. I like him.
Everybody say hey to you in the chat. Dr.
Hey, everybody. Hey, everybody. And listen, I'm so proud of Alabama State. I'm just, man. And there was a big news article, I think the USA Today, you can pull it up. They were saying that they get $378,000 for that game. And then they get like 2-point-something million for the next
2.1 million.
Okay, yeah. So I'm so proud of Alabama State. Yeah.
Mr. Ford, you got you got the tea on what's going on in the SWAC. So you haven't heard about all these changes?
No. Listen. You got to bring me back up to speed. No, I haven't heard. I haven't heard of that.
All right.
Okay.
I need some allegedlys in the chat.
Okay.
All right. So we're gonna do the ones that we know for sure.
Okay.
So I'm gonna name the ones that we know for sure, which is Coach Sandy Pugh, Prairie View A&M,
Yeah,
of course.
I saw that. I saw that on my phone. Okay, yeah, but I kind of expected that. They've been underachieving, right?
Yeah, they've been severely underachieving.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah.
The Morgan State head coach is gone. He was retiring.
Okay, now who was Morgan State? Oh, you're talking about Ed Davis.
Yeah, he's gone.
Oh, Ed's been around for years. I remember Ed from Bowie, Delaware State. Listen, Ed's been around a long time.
We talked about him yesterday. So
yeah.
And then of course,
Ed has had some teams now. Huh?
They've announced Coach Landon Bussie, of course, to Chicago State.
Okay.
Okay, so this is where the allegedly comes in, okay?
Okay.
These are where the alleges come in. Allegedly, FAMU's head coach, Pat Crary, has not actually signed his extension, allegedly.
Okay.
Because, they made a big announcement like, oh, yeah, he signed.
Yeah, I remember. He did a great job.
48 to 72 hours. Allegedly, he ain't signed that contract yet. The extension that they were going to give him, which is the other 2 years.
Right.
Yeah. The other alleged is that, Lord have mercy. It's a lot. Allegedly, Don Thornton has been linked to a possible name for the SEC job, Arkansas.
Whoa. Now that's
allegedly, Mr. Ford, allegedly.
Okay, all right, okay.
You remember she beat them last year, remember?
Huh?
You remember when she was at UAPB, she beat them.
Yeah, I remember that.
So she's been linked to that job. Allegedly, Mr. Ford.
Okay. And I told you my sister met her, and my sister was so impressed with her. Did I tell you that?
No.
Yeah. My sister met her, and my sister was real upset when the situation occurred at Prairie View, because she really liked Dawn a lot. She thinks the world of Dawn.
But you want to know who else is trying to get out? Allegedly. See, I gotta like tiptoe when I talk about some of these folks, because they be at my head. Like, they be these alums and the AD be looking at me sideways. So I have to be careful how I navigate stuff. So I usually wait for somebody else to put it out there. But allegedly, Alabama A&M is looking to make some changes on the men's side.
Okay, I'm not shocked at that.
Well, now,
know what?
They might be picking somebody who's already in the SWAC.
No, wait, listen. The person they need is Mike Davis. He's at Memphis. Go get Mike Davis, and he'll pack that arena every night. Go get Mike Davis. He's helping Penny Hardaway right now. He's assisting Penny Hardaway. Huh?
But I will say this: there is a coach that is interested in that Alcorn State job, and I think that it's you can just pass the interview process and do. His name is Tony Tadlock.
Okay, tell me about him. Okay, where is he from?
He's the head coach of Raymond Boys basketball team. 5 championships in 8 years, finals in 8 years. He has 218 wins. Most recently, they won the boys basketball state champion class 4A in the state of Mississippi.
Okay.
Like, and then the actual coach said, well, in order for me to play, in order for me to play somebody in the SWAC, I got to get a head coaching job there.
Right.
So he's the 6-time state champ assistant coach in Meridian in 2017. And then he's been the head coach and he's won in 2018, 19, 22, 24, and 25.
Whoa.
So for me, I feel like anybody who volunteers to go to Lorman, Mississippi, and they're in the state of Mississippi, and they have a history of winning, and they have that Mississippi in terms of talent, like just his name alone, you would want to go to his school because he's been winning championships, right?
And give me that name again. What's the name?
Tony Tadlock.
Okay, Tony Tadlock.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I got to do my research. You're absolutely correct. Listen, one of the greatest coaches of all time, Dave Whitney, was at Alcorn, so it can be done.
Yeah.
It can be done. Yeah, it can be done now. Because that Dave Whitney was a wizard. He was something else.
So, Mr. Ford, I want to talk to you about sportsmanship tonight.
Okay, yeah.
Because on HBCU Sports, they released a segment on Jackson State has poor sportsmanship because the players did not attend the post interview after they lost. The head coach did, but the students did not. And they said that they're sore losers. That was Ken Rashad, who highlighted Jackson State's sportsmanship. What do you think about?
Okay, first of all, consider the source, Ken Rashad. Okay, so consider the source. That's first. Now, one of the things that John Thompson would not allow when he was a coach at Georgetown, he was very protective of his players. You had to earn his respect to be interviewed. He didn't like for his players to be interviewed. He decided when they were going to be interviewed. You got to understand, after a game, okay, adrenaline is out the gate. All right, people are fired up. All right, somebody might do something wrong. Somebody might say something wrong. All right, so as far as I'm concerned, nobody don't need to talk but the coach. Let the coach talk. Because them kids is worked up. They fired up. You know, sometimes games are like wars. And you know, when you come back from a war, you can't just shut that down. A lot of times you need therapy. All right. And so, listen, I like the fact that just the coach talks. Yeah. Because somebody will say the wrong thing.
Yeah.
That's what you remember the term. You remember Hoya paranoia? That's what that was about. He didn't let his players just say anything and get up there. It was a long time before he'd allow Patrick Ewing to talk. Some people say he wouldn't let Patrick talk because, whatever. But it was a long time for
ain't no telling what'll come out this because when
yeah. So
conference, he said
now let the coach talk.
Yeah, he said there was a lot of calls. There's a lot of calls that didn't go our way. That's what he said. And that was probably the nicest way you could have said that, which is some calls didn't go our way.
Oh, yeah. Hey.
And he didn't do like Gremlin's coach that said it was some bullshit calls.
Oh, yeah. I remember.
Bullshit calls.
Oh, yeah.
Wait. It was some bullshit calls.
Oh, yeah. But he did the right thing. Just the coach needed to talk. You don't need to have nobody else up there.
I'm glad that you put that into that perspective. So players, they have high adrenaline, they're
man. You've been around. The games are like wars, baby. And you just can't walk off that floor and think you're gonna be calm and collective and all that. Some people can do it, some people can't.
Soundbite from a student athlete.
Yeah, because that's what's gonna happen. They're gonna say something wrong, and it's gonna be out viral, and it's gonna be all over everywhere. Let the coach talk.
So shout out to Coach Mo Williams for protecting his players.
And always remember now, Ken Rashad will say anything, okay? Because he's the main one pushing this narrative about Mississippi Valley needs to go Division II, which is stupid, okay? So when it comes to Ken Rashad, what he says for me goes in one ear and comes out the other.
So Patrick Crary, in his first year at
Did a
FAMU,
great job.
he has the most wins at FAMU since 2008.
He did a great job. He did a great job. I hope they can keep him. We need him in the SWAC. We need him in the SWAC.
We shall see, because baby, they poaching. Another one. Let's talk about this Alabama State game, Mr. Ford. Wasn't that a game?
Listen, and you know I missed the game.
Oh, you missed the game.
I heard it. I missed the game. I heard it this morning. And we were just hollering. Everybody at the school was hollering. Said, Alabama State won. And then did they win on the last shot or something?
So there was 3.7 seconds left.
Right.
And I want to say TJ Matlock, I want to say his son missed a free throw. And so then they went back down on defense and they caused a turnover.
Okay.
And with 3.7 seconds left on the clock, they inbounded. It was almost like a Hail Mary, right? Hail Mary all the way down the court. And everybody jumped up for it. There was so much contact. Like, this is the difference, I think, between the type of officiating that you would want to see in that type of high stakes game, which is just letting them boys play. Because there was about 4 or 5 fouls on that one play alone. But that play basically sealed the deal. And I can play it. They inbounded the ball, and Alabama State came out victorious for a kind of like a layup into the side, and boom, that was it.
Well, kudos to Alabama State. I'm proud of them. I'm proud of them. I am. And I was thinking about you when I read the article today. They said, was it 478 or 378,000? And then you said the 2.1
so
million?
they're gonna get 2.1 million over 6 years.
Okay.
But you know that so they're gonna get 2.1 million. I think they send most of the majority of the money to, I want to say they send it to the SWAC office, but the SWAC office sends it to the school, right?
Right. Okay.
I don't think they keep the majority of it, but we got 2.1 million last year too, right?
Right. Now who
From
represented the Grambling? Okay. Right, that's right. Okay.
So that means that's like 700,000 for the next 5 years, right? Because they're going to be overlapping payments.
Right.
So that's roughly 700,000 for the next 5 years. That's going to be coming in that's why I like the first 4, because you get an opportunity to win a game, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And you get paid the same amount.
Oh yeah.
As everybody else.
Now, I'm gonna be honest with you. I wish Alabama State and I wish that Norfolk State, men and women, and Southern, I wish they were in Charlotte. I'm gonna be honest with you. I wish they were in Charlotte.
Did you hear that news? Did you hear about how
you gotta tell me about it.
Okay, so Mr. Ford, where you been at
Mhm.
for your street committee?
Listen, listen. My
Usually
children got my head dizzy. Listen,
what happened?
we trying to. I'm at war. I'm trying to take back my school. And the kids, you know, the
Oh,
weather when the weather gets good, you know, the kids start really acting out, Ren. So I'm in
mhm.
I'm in combat right now. Yeah, but anyway,
So I will say this: they did start like promoting it, but
right,
um, it's so the co-founder, of course, is Wes Bellamy. He
right,
didn't
okay,
anticipate so many HBCU teams being invited to play in national tournaments, which reduced the number available for his Black College Invitational Championship.
uh-huh,
And so now no Division One teams will play in the 3-day tournament.
yeah, okay, all right, yeah,
Okay,
all right,
so here's the thing. And the um excuse or explanation, the explanation that was given was that there wasn't quality teams really available. I don't buy
yeah.
that one. What do you think,
On the
Mr.
division two, I mean on the from the SWAC and the MEAC.
From the Division One side, the explanation was that there wasn't a quality given on the women's side.
Okay, so you know that's BS, right? You know they probably didn't have the money or something because that's BS. That's you know that we're not buying that. That lie right there was
So
not
here's
false.
so here's my thing. When it comes to the women
Uh-huh.
have a better chance, and when I say women, I mean like um HBCU women's team have
Right,
a better chance of going to a postseason because of the way that the WNIT is set up,
right,
um, and the WBIT and the NCAA tournament. So we have 3 tournaments that we can get into, whereas the NCAA automatic qualifier only has one for the MEAC and one for the SWAC, right? But then also they changed the calculations for NIT. So most HBCUs aren't going to be invited to that. They don't
right,
invite them
okay,
to the CBI
right.
based off of strength of schedule. So the men's teams, they claimed that they had men's team, but they said that on the women's side, they didn't have any good quality teams. But they made an announcement that Grambling State was going to go to Charlotte. So I don't know what happened. But I will say this, that there was definitely quality teams available.
Oh, without a
We just
doubt,
don't know, Mr.
without a
Ford,
doubt.
if they actually, you know, when I looked at it yesterday, for on the women's side, um, they had available with, and mind you, there's some teams that are going to these tournaments and they only have 14 wins. So,
Right,
you know, um, Grambling State, who was invited, had 12-6 in conference, 15-15 overall.
right.
Jackson State had 16-15 overall. Texas Southern was invited to the WNIT, and they have a 16-15 overall season. Alabama A&M had 21-10. They even had more wins than Southern, and they
Right.
were invited to the WNIT as well. So for me, I feel like there's a lot of teams that are going to these postseason tournaments with 16-15 and 15-15. And then on the men's side, of course, is of Southern. Southern didn't get invited to the NIT this year. That would have been perfect, right?
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
How much did they win? Southern had a 20-12 overall season, and they were not able to do. I would have definitely wanted to see Southern versus South Carolina State.
Yeah, what about Southern versus North Carolina Central?
Yeah. Where did North Carolina Central end up in the postseason? I wonder where they ended up in standings. They were in last place. I wanted to see South Carolina State.
Yeah, that they were surprised over there in that MEAC. Because when I heard that they were winning, I was like, man.
Yeah, they had a very close game with Norfolk State.
Norfolk State, yeah, for the championship. Yeah.
Yeah. South Carolina State ended the season 20-13.
Whoa. When's the
Yeah.
last time South Carolina State men won 20 games?
Okay. I would have loved to have seen it.
Yeah, I would have too.
You do have to, when it comes to these postseason. So here's the thing: a team is not going to choose the black tournament first, Mr. Ford, because there's not enough money. I think the prize was like $25,000. You're looking at $2 million for the NCAA. Let me see what the NIT prize is. I don't know what I know that they allow them to host games. Like Texas Southern is supposed to host a game.
Yeah, I heard that.
So WNIT, they don't necessarily offer prize money, but they do cover the traveling costs for teams that advance through the tournament.
Okay.
WBIT is an alternative tournament in postseason. It's similar to the NIT. NCAA covers the cost for the teams in this tournament too. So for me, I think it's more so about exposure, right? When AD and a coach is deciding whether, if you do have multiple offers to go to a certain tournament. And so, I believe maybe the Alabama A&M wasn't anticipating getting an offer to go to the WNIT, but when they were offered, they said yes. And they were supposed to be going to the Black College Invitational.
Right. Okay.
I like the idea. Do you think that they should still do it around March Madness when you're trying to compete for so many against so many different other tournaments?
Well, I don't have a problem with that, but I think we need to utilize that time around that Celebration Bowl. I think Brother Jerome told you an idea one day, and I still stick with that, about we should have a basketball tournament in conjunction with the Celebration Bowl Invitational. And the other thing I would like to see, now this goes back historically and geographically, see, with Tennessee bordering all of these southern and northern states, I would like to see a tournament, a major black tournament in Nashville. Now, why do I say that? Back in the 50s and the 60s, there was a major high school national tournament in Nashville that went over big. I think I told you one night I was reading, and a team from Jackson won it in 62 or 63. The coach was an Alcorn graduate. The team was from Jackson. And then I read about in 1956, a school called Crispus Attucks came out of Indianapolis, and the star player was Oscar Robinson. And so that's what I'm using. I'm using history and geography. I would like to see a major black tournament in Nashville because of the geographical location.
I agree. But I will say this. Chris Paul does have that tournament every year.
But it's in Vegas, right?
I want to say it was in New Jersey one year.
Oh, I was there. Okay. But listen, everybody's moving to the
HBCU Classic that they have.
But listen, let me say this, Mr. Moon. Everybody is moving to the South. The South is the place it needs to be in, okay? And I'm telling you.
Oh, no, it was in Connecticut this year.
Well, listen, the ideal place would be Nashville, and then we could have a big invitational during the Celebration Bowl. We could have some games that Friday. We could have some games. Okay, the Celebration Bowl is 12 noon. We could have some games that night. We need to utilize that time. You know what? You know what we could do? We could have a SWAC versus the BIAC basketball. Because I know they have the big band thing that Friday night, but maybe we could do Thursday, Friday, and then we do something Saturday night. Bring some basketball
Actually,
teams.
it looks like it's set up similar to the HBCU Classic. I didn't even really look at it like that, but it's the
Uh-huh.
same premise. It's the same premise outside of the fact that it doesn't include women. They had Benedict College versus Lincoln University, Winston-Salem State versus Kentucky State.
Mhm.
Then they had Norfolk State versus Alabama State, Delaware State versus Grambling.
Okay.
And then, so technically they had a little MEAC versus SWAC type of deal in this HBCU Classic, and this is done like you said. You said that they should do it down south, so maybe that is something that Chris Paul can do, which is get a venue and do it down south in Atlanta. Because that was on Thursday, December 19th, and Friday, December 20th when they did it. But this is it's similar to that, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I just remember when Jackson State went to Vegas and we won. I want to say that was last year.
How about bringing it where you got all these black college graduates? Okay, everybody knows Atlanta, Dallas, Texas. I would even go. What about Washington D.C.? Would that be bad?
I don't know. These folks are complaining about in the MEAC. They're complaining about where they have the MEAC tournament at. They don't like it in Norfolk. Have you heard anything about that?
I did. Yeah. What's that guy's name? That is it Gaither? Is it Stephen Gaither? What's his name?
HBCU game day.
Yeah, he did a little report. I didn't hear all of it, but yeah, he was saying so. Now, personally, I did like Norfolk, but I tell you what you think about having it in Greensboro or having it in
Greensboro? Absolutely not.
What about Charlotte? What about a MEAC tournament in Charlotte?
Maybe Riley. I always get kind of tense up from past dealings with folks during the CIAA tournament for how Charlotte acted. It was ugly. I'm sure it got worse. Oh,
what do you think about
only Howard? He said only Howard is upset about having it in Norfolk.
Okay, what about Richmond?
I feel like they should have it where they've been successful at and not do too much moving. Now
that's Norfolk, isn't that Norfolk?
Yes, but they have a problem. Allegedly, the arena is also a skating rink or something like that.
You're talking about the
condensation. Yeah, so the condensation from the ice is causing the floors to be slick or something like that, wet. There's complaints about the floors being wet or, like a whole bunch of water on it due to condensation or the way that the floor is set up. Dr. Kanisha said, only Howard.
Hey, Dr. Kanisha. How you doing?
But
would you want to have it downtown Washington, D.C.?
I don't think you should move it. Like the commissioner said when he was explaining about moving these places to different venues, he said that once you build up a decent spot and it becomes a household and it is what it is, once that's established and you also get the locals to include themselves, then you shouldn't change it. You
got a natural audience because Norfolk is in it. You got a natural audience that guarantees you so many people because Norfolk is in it.
Well, yeah,
Evaluation.
but
Well, what
Norfolk
was
has
it? What was
been
the attendance? What was it?
dominating on the men and women's side for the.
Yeah, but I'm saying, what was the attendance this year for the championship
I'm
game?
going to pull it up right now. I'm
Okay.
pulling it up right now. Let's see what their attendance was. Let's
Right.
see.
Well,
Stats. Championship game. Stats. Post game. Presser. Let's see what we got over here with these post game stats. I mean, I wouldn't be trying to change something. If it's broke, don't fix it. And also, they always said that folks have to attend it, right? Like, or bid on it. That's what I meant. They have to bid on the actual. So they don't have the attendance listed for the South Carolina State versus Norfolk State. They don't have
oh, they
attendance
don't?
listed. No, I went to their website.
Okay. Well, let me ask you this. Would they be interested in having it in
They want
you
to
know,
change the venue, but in order to
I'm
change, you
about
got to
that.
bid on.
What about the triangle? The triangle is Durham, Chapel Hill, Raleigh. Would you be interested in that area? And then
So
you
Dr.
got
Kanisha said
huh?
explaining what's wrong. She's explaining what's going on or what's wrong. She said that she's doing good and she missed us. And we missed her too. So she said it's a multifactorial issue. It's very hard to get in and out of Norfolk by plane and by car. The venue is subpar. The goal is more peeps in the seats and eyes on the TV screen. And we feel like we should at least consider other markets because it's been a long-standing complaint amongst more than just Howard. More than just Howard is complaining. And they said that the MEAC will not open it up for bid. They're not even allowing folks to other cities to bid to get the MEAC tournament there. That's interesting. Oh, we don't have a commissioner. What you mean we don't got a commissioner? What y'all got?
They talking about Miss Steele. It's Sanjay Steele.
They said that their conference is failing due to lack of leadership. Mr.
I've been
Ford,
saying that 5 years. Haven't I been saying that?
you've been saying it, Mr.
I've
Ford.
been saying that.
You've definitely been saying it. You've been trying to take Jackson State's AD and put him over there.
If not him, Lynn Thompson, the guy that used to be the AD at Bethune-Cookman, he ain't doing nothing. He could be the commissioner.
We're just focused on individual school branding. And that's the thing. Like, I can appreciate and I can big ups to the SWAC because the SWAC, the commissioner, whoever else is in that office, has branded the SWAC as a whole, right?
Yeah, he has. He's done a great job.
Oh, Dr. Kanisha said, "Can Howard join the SWAC?"
Dr. Kanisha, I've been saying that for years. I've said combine the MEAC and the SWAC with Dr. Charles McClellan at the head. I've been saying it. Mr. Mona, no, I've been saying it for years.
And I've been saying no.
Yes. Yes, we wasting time by not doing. Combine the MEAC and the SWAC. I told him, and Mr. Mona can tell you, I said it. What did I want? 5 divisions with, what was it? 5 divisions with 4 schools? What did I tell you?
Yes. She said leave them other schools behind. Uh-oh. Southern has 12 points. San Diego has 8 in the first quarter.
But I'm not even watching the game.
It's on ESPN.
I'm locked in right now. I'll watch it later. But listen, I have said it over and over. 5 divisions, 4 schools. 20, what did I tell you? 20 schools, right? Was it 20 schools I wanted?
ESPNU. Yeah.
I said 20
Listen, Mr.
schools.
Ford,
Huh?
I just don't think that historically speaking, that there's some MEAC folks, and it's not necessarily Howard, but there's some folks, I'm not gonna say they're uppity, but I'm gonna say that they're very like standoffish when it comes to the SWAC.
Well, see, here's the
Like they
thing.
look at the
That's
SWAC.
irrelevant now. Okay, let me say this. If we don't combine, if we don't unify, you're going to see
SWAC gonna be
schools.
okay.
Wait a
If
minute,
we don't
wait.
combine,
I know,
SWAC
but
gonna be okay.
listen. If we don't combine, we don't unify, the MEAC and the SWAC, you're going to see schools lose their athletic program. That's what's going to happen. Now, we need to make up our mind that we're going to keep our programs or we're going to lose them. The way to keep them is to unify and to combine. Okay? That's how you keep them, and that's how you won't lose them. I've said it over and over, Mr. Mona, I've said 5 divisions, 4 schools. What would we imitate? The NFL.
Mr. Ford, I just don't think that them folks is gonna like it. They don't
It
want to
ain't
be a
gonna
part.
listen. I'm telling you, that kind of stuff is irrelevant. Being bougie, irrelevant. Okay? Being standoffish, irrelevant. We talking about money either you're gonna be a money maker or you're gonna go bankrupt. What we gonna do now?
They need to be a money maker. That's for
That's what
sure.
I'm saying. That's what I'm talking about.
Need to be a money maker. That's for sure.
Be a money maker. Be a money maker. Be a money maker. We got to come together.
Whitley said our back hurts from carrying the swag.
I know it, but listen, Miss Whitley, now listen, we got to do this thing.
Already as it is.
We got to do this thing now. Miss Whitley, I've been saying it. I've been saying 5 divisions, 4 schools in each division. Okay? We would mimic the NFL.
Okay, so
20 schools.
That's a big undertaking, though. That's
The ACC
gigantic.
has how many? Wait a minute. How many does the ACC have?
They have financial backing.
Yeah,
It's
but we get some. We'll get some. But listen, how many? Let me ask you this: how many teams are in the SEC?
A lot.
Okay.
Let me see.
Okay. What about the Sun Belt? How many teams are in the Sun Belt?
16 teams in the SEC.
Okay. Now listen, that Sun Belt goes all the way from the Eastern Seaboard all the way to Texas.
Ooh. The fan base is so unhappy in the MEAC, and this generation of fans are as starched as those of old. Schools are out here recruiting SWAC band directors and coaches. Ouch. They said more schools don't think that Jackson State is their Super Bowl, and I don't have time. I agree with that. Mr. Ford, when these folks be playing Jackson State, they be playing with a chip on their shoulder from anything from history of past.
Everybody knows that Jackson, Mississippi, Jackson State is ground zero for historically Black college football. Okay, everybody knows that. All right, but I'm saying we got to think larger. We can do 20 teams, 4 divisions. Okay, we got that Pete Rozelle or whatever. We got him, Dr. Charles McClure. Okay, we don't have to be in the NCAA. We can come up with our own bylaws, our own rules. We don't have to go by their rules.
So I did not know this, but Howard is in the NEC for swim, golf, and soccer. So they already got one foot out the door.
Yeah, but in Delaware State in NEC too.
What? What y'all in? I did not know that. I didn't know that, Mr. Ford.
Yeah, because now most of those MEAC schools don't play baseball, and I don't understand that. I got a problem with that. But they play baseball in the NEC, I think. But I got a major problem with these MEAC schools not having baseball teams. I don't like that.
So then my next question is,
Uh-huh.
isn't the all of the not commissioners, all of the presidents of these various schools responsible for speaking up on behalf of their institutions? So here's what I think the majority of the problem is that could be an issue is that the schools in the MEAC don't necessarily look at sports the way that SWAC look at sports. Do you see what I'm saying? The SWAC's institutions.
The way they brag, they do. The way they brag and lie. You listen to Jay Walker with all that mess he talking. He'll tell you in a minute that MEAC is better than the SWAC. And he's not the only one.
They be delusional though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So if you're going to talk like that, then that means you need to have a firm commitment. Because he'll tell you in a minute how great the MEAC is and they better than the SWAC and all of that.
Well, we don't need to be pulling up them from our bootstraps. We ain't got no bootstraps ourselves. It says, I would agree 5 years ago, all these schools have new ADs. They all have new ADs.
Now, Mr. Mona, we don't have to, but listen, we don't have to talk about this economy, what's going on in America today. We're going to be forced to put, listen, Mr. Mona, we got to pull together or we going to fall apart because they're getting ready to destroy this economy. Okay, this economy is going to the ground. Okay, that ain't no exaggeration. That's not delusional. That's the fact. Okay, so with that happening, we've got to pull together. We can't worry about the NEC and all them other conferences. The MEAC and the SWAC needs to combine. We ain't gonna have no choice. If we don't do it, listen, if we don't do it, a lot of our programs are gonna perish. I'm just telling you now.
Okay, what about pull Virginia State to the MEAC?
About that? Oh, yeah. Oh, without a doubt.
Virginia State.
Yeah. Virginia State.
And it's funny that they have these schools in the NEC. Howard has some sports participating in the NEC. I would think that
most of the Olympic sports are in the NEC. If it's an Olympic sport, it's in the NEC. Because like I said, I don't understand why these MEAC programs or these MEAC schools don't have a baseball team. That makes no sense whatsoever. I don't want to hear about this. It takes up too much money and too many scholarships out of it. All the MEAC schools need to have a baseball program.
Well, I do think that with A.D. Sykes at the head of VSU, that could be a strong possibility. She might be open to that. Oh, it says we don't have the leadership to add any institutions. We haven't done anything but lose school. So they want a new commissioner, basically.
Oh, that's long overdue.
They want rebranding of the MEAC, restructuring of these championship. It's a lot.
Listen.
I wonder, do the commissioner be stressed out about the?
No, the main thing is that the MEAC and the SWAC. Number one thing is the MEAC and the SWAC need to merge. They need to combine. That's number one, and then we'll go from there. But the number one thing, the conferences need to combine. We ain't got no choice.
What are you going to call it? The SWAC MEAC conference?
Listen, one thing we can always do is we can come up with a name. That's we ain't got to worry about that. Just combine it. We'll come up with a name. We'll come up with a name. We'll come up with a name. That won't be, nothing major.
Are they going to be able to negotiate a two-bid team, a two-bid automatic bid? Because that's
no, Mr. Mona. I'm saying separate from the NCAA. Separate from them. Yes, that's what I was telling you. If it was my world, Jackson State, all of them schools, Southern, Norfolk, they would be in Charlotte this weekend. All of them would be in Charlotte.
And only win 2,500 versus 2.1 million.
I mean, listen, we start off with maybe that a little bit now, but we'll get better. We'll get stronger. The main
We
thing,
need that 2.1 million.
Listen, let them have their stuff.
Dr. Kanisha said we can be David Ruffin and the Temptations. I don't care about
No, who said that? Please.
Dr. Kanisha.
I'm serious. Listen, we could have had Howard, Norfolk, what's the school? Central, in Charlotte. We could have had Jackson, Southern, Texas Southern, Alabama State, all of them in Charlotte this weekend. We could have had a 5 tournament. Started probably where we would start. If we had that many, we'd start Thursday. We start Thursday. And we'd have our championship either Saturday or Sunday.
Okay, but we need the money too.
We'll get the money. The money will come. It'll come. We just got to plan.
I want to watch this game. I ain't gonna lie, Mr. Ford. I want to watch this game. Second quarter, Southern 27, San Diego 13. SU has made 5 of 8 3-pointers. Southern is
okay. Now this is Coach Funches, right?
Yeah. Let me see if I can.
Oh yeah, he does a great job. I'm a fan of his. And by the way, did I say that I'm gonna miss? His name is Landon Bussie, right? What's his name?
Yep.
That guy's good.
Coach
I'm gonna
Bussie.
miss him. Yeah, I'm gonna miss him. He was good.
I think that there's a possibility that they could schedule that type of game. That he's been trying to leave, though, right?
No, I didn't know that.
Yes, you did. He was named as one of the possible replacements at FAMU. He was one of them that was named last year, and they just released in that article. They said that he was a finalist for Chicago State last year.
Oh, okay. All right.
So that means to me, it sounds like I wish they had the game. They don't have the game.
Now, what about this guy out there at Langston University? Isn't it a real successful basketball coach out there? Men's. Somebody know about what's the guy's name at Langston? I'd like for him to come to the SWAC.
Oh yeah, I know who you talk about.
Yeah, what's his name? Somebody. What's the coach's name at Langston University?
He's really good. I'm surprised. Chris
Wright. He's really good. Yeah. You know what? Hey, open the door for him to come to the SWAC. Somebody bring him to the SWAC. Huh? Yeah. Yeah. And like I said, bring back Mike Davis. Bring back Mike Davis. Mike is helping Penny Hardaway up at Memphis. Bring him back to the SWAC. He left. You remember he left Texas Southern and went to Detroit Mercy. Didn't work out.
Why are you bringing him back though?
Because he's successful. He's really good. You remember Mike Davis, right?
No, I don't remember him.
Yeah, Mike is a graduate of the University of Alabama. I think he played on the CM Newton. He led Indiana to the national championship. They lost to Maryland. Somebody fact check me on that. He was at University of Indiana. They played for the national championship, and they lost to Maryland. They lost to the University of Maryland. Somebody fact check me on that. Okay, you say what you said. Stuck.
Do you think Norfolk women's team can beat Maryland? I think so.
Well,
the Maryland Terrapins.
Yeah, Maryland Terrapins girls are really good. I haven't seen them this year, but I know that usually they're really good. Okay, so now when is that game? When's that game? Because I gotta watch that. When's that game?
I want to say it's Saturday. It's Saturday.
Okay, so I gotta watch that.
The men's team is on Friday, and then the women's is on Saturday.
Yeah, that guy. His name is Coach Vickers. He's doing a great job up at Norfolk with those girls. He's doing a great job.
So
He,
actually, what a lot of those head coaches are
uh,
named in as possible hires. I don't know. Maybe they just compile all the black coaches and say, "Hey, these are the coaches that have an opportunity to possibly get elevated to a different school."
okay,
They
so
posted it.
who are some of those black coaches? You got some names?
The Alabama State coach too. They put him in there. I
Yeah, I mean he's doing his thing. He
all right.
won it. Now this is his third or fourth year at Alabama State. How many years is this?
This is his third year. This is
His third year,
he
okay.
started in 2022.
Because he
After
came from South Carolina State, didn't he?
Yep, sure
Yeah.
did. Sure
He's
did.
okay. Well,
Ooh,
hey,
I want to watch that game. 27-13. These Jags are on fire. I bet you they over there putting it up 30-13. Damn, they are beating the dog mess out of San Diego. Y'all
good.
hold on to y'all heads for that coach.
That's
Every time
right.
a coach get to cutting up, they come after him. All right, so they have Rob Jones from Norfolk State. This is the advancement of blacks in sports. Men's basketball mid-major head coach watch list. So they do have Norfolk State on here. Rob Jones.
Yeah, he's
They
good.
have Pat Sellers at Central Connecticut, Anthony Grant from Dayton, James Jones from Yale, Mike Jones from UNC Greensboro. So they just have all the different black coaches.
Is that
But
guy on there from Central? What's his name? That guy's really good. What's the guy's name at Central? At North Carolina Central.
he not on there. I ain't see
Oh,
his
he
name.
should be on. That guy's super. That guy at North Carolina Central, I've been watching him for years. Oh, LaVale Moulton. Look, put in your computer LaVale Moulton.
Oh, okay. Lavelle Moulton. They have Kevin
That guy's
Johnson.
really good, man. That guy should have listen. That LaVale Moulton guy should have got that. He should have got 1 year at UNC Charlotte. He was in the top 2 or something, and they chose Mark Price. They should have went with him. That guy's good. He's really good. I watched him. You know him, right? You know LaVale Moulton?
I am not familiar with Lavelle Moulton.
Yeah, that guy's really good. He's been at Central for some years. Look and see how many years he's been at Central. That guy's been good. Hey, y'all know about LaVale Moulton, don't you? He's at North Carolina Central.
He's
Huh?
a 1996 graduate of North Carolina Central.
Yeah, that guy's good. Mr. Moulton, that guy's really good. I'm telling you now. That guy is really good. I've watched him. I
Been
saw
there
him one
for a
night
while.
beat North Carolina State.
He's been there since 2009. It says in 2023, 2024
Yeah,
season.
Dr. Kanish, I know it was trash this year, but I'm saying over the years, this guy is a winner. This guy's a champion. But you say he's a butthole and his team was straight. But listen, I'm saying, I mean, in the entirety, if you look at that guy's career, because I've been watching him for years, that guy's good, man. That guy, LaVale Moulton. I watched him beat North Carolina State one night. Dr. Kanisha, he's
Why
a
they got
winner.
Sutton playing this D2 team? And why couldn't Sutton host? If you gonna get your ass whooped, why you didn't let Sutton is that where it's supposed to be? Is that like why they didn't put it closer towards us? Like in New Orleans?
Where are they playing?
Yeah, all the way in California somewhere.
Oh, they're in California. Okay.
Why they didn't put it closer? Okay, so Kevin Johnson of Southern University is highlighted. Landon Bussie of Alcorn State. We all know that he left, but these are the names of the coaches that have been highlighted.
I'm trying
So
to tell you,
3 so far.
That guy, LaVale Moulton, that guy's good. That guy's really good. I've watched him for has it been 10 years? I've been watching him a long time.
Mm-hmm. The winner plays. Yeah. Oh, okay. It's because the winner plays UCLA. Got it.
Is UCLA ranked number 1? Who's ranked number 1?
Yes.
because they always want to get
Well,
us out of
it's gonna be I hope it's a dog fight. Let's go, Sudden.
Yeah, let's go, Southern. Let's go.
Sudden, Mr. Ford, Sudden.
And let me tell you this. I got to say this. This is kind of sad. Listen, did you see that article in the paper today about USA Today went into Southern and they did a history about people being hurt pledging, but the sad story was not. I mean, it was definitely sad about the young man that was killed. But listen, there was a guy who pledged Phi Beta Sigma at Southern some years back, and they did this guy so bad. He, because of the pledging, he had a stroke and he lost his eyesight. Did you see that article? I had to stop reading it. It was terrible.
I saw the daughter who spoke on how her daddy went blind. They didn't go into detail.
That's it. You saw, yeah, that's it. Oh, it was awful. They did. Oh, they hit him with a frying pan, and then they made him consume alcohol, and he had a stroke, and he lost his eyesight. I mean, it was just. I had to. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I'm sorry, bro, but yeah, he was Phi Beta Sigma. Yeah. And this happened at Southern some years back. And he was commenting on the fact that that young brother had lost his life pledging Omega Psi Phi. But the story that he told about himself, oh man, it was just, man.
It was glad that he made it through.
Yeah, well, yeah, and then he had a stroke and he lost his eyesight because of what they did to him. I mean, the article was
stuff like that is not team building.
Yeah, I mean, it was horrific. I mean, I saw it while I was at school. I just stopped reading it. I just stopped reading because it was just terrible.
Damn, they getting their ass whooped. So Southern is. I think that, did you hear that an assistant band director or somebody that's connected to the band is over the grad chapter of the Omega Phi or Sci-Fi, but the Omegas. I don't really know what his role is, but somebody said that he was responsible for dropping off Caleb at the hospital, already pronounced dead. And so he was put on administrative leave. And he's a part of the band, but he's also over the grad chapter. So it's kind of like a crossover, right? Because he's in the band. Oh, he's the advisor of advisor of the Omega grad chapter, but he's connected to the band as well.
Well, I was asking Doc some questions. I thought it was like a federal offense when those hazing offenses occurred. Is that right or what? Because I remember the kid that was killed at Cornell, and then his parents went to Congress, and I thought they passed a federal law against that. Am I wrong on that?
So there is a law. It's like a hazing law, and it's like they have criminal hazing. It's not federal. When I looked it up, it was only in Louisiana and in Georgia. They adopted it in Georgia as well. It gives.
I thought it was a federal law. I'm sorry.
Right. So on top of you can get charged with criminal hazing, and then if it's like a death involved, then it's like up to 5 years added on top of any of the other charges. So they do have that law in Louisiana. What's interesting is that law was based off of a young white male in one of those white Greek fraternities, but it will be applied to these young men that were charged from Southern. So that's who's going to be punished, because the people that were responsible for the death of the young man at LSU, I want to say they got maybe 2 or 3 years. That's it.
Okay.
But when
I
this
see what
law is
I see
applied,
what Dr. Tanisha said right here. It wasn't adopted by Congress. Okay.
yeah. So Louisiana is one of those anti-hazing states. And so what I'm saying is that these young men that are in the state of Louisiana, they're going to make an example out of them.
I
I
think
wouldn't be
so too.
surprised. I'm not gonna like just put out a number, but when I was looking at it, it was like they're looking at 10 to 15, 20 years in
Yeah.
prison
I
versus
agree with you totally.
3 years that the original young men got that were
Yeah.
responsible for killing that young white boy. For
Yeah.
that,
I remember.
got
Yeah, I
like
remember
two.
that when that happened to that kid. I think that kid was from Georgia. When they killed that kid down at LSU, I think he was from Georgia.
Mhm. And they have that law in Georgia. It's adopted in Georgia, the anti-hazing
I'm
law.
surprised it's
Um,
not federal law. I'm really shocked that it's not federal law. I'm
I'm
shocked.
telling you, they're gonna make an example out of these young men, and I think that should. I'm not gonna say that it should deter people from doing it, but there was actually a post where an actress, she was talking about it, and she was just basically like, "That's the culture. It's a part of tradition that needs to die." Basically, pivoting from what most people would say, which is this is a one-off, this isn't something that usually happens. Her basically saying like, yeah, this is a part of the tradition, it's just sometimes people take it too far. I mean, she even admitted to getting paddled herself, but she said some folks just take it too far because they have an issue, especially if you're not even on the yard. You're like coming back to the
Yeah,
yard to be
that's
quote
what
unquote.
those guys
You
were.
got an issue.
Weren't they all graduates?
Yeah, like you coming over here to punch kids in their chest. Like, what are you doing that you even have time? Like, why are you don't need to do all that.
Well, this is what I'm gonna say. We go from Emmett Till to we gonna kill our own people. That's what I'm gonna say about it. We gonna go from Emmett Till. Here's a young man. Everybody that said this boy was brilliant. He had leadership. He had all types of innate ability, and then we're gonna kill him. That's what we're gonna go to.
Mm.
Okay.
So Southern is 18 of 30. So they're shooting 60% field goal
Oh, Southern's
percentage.
doing it.
3-point, they're 6 of 9. They're shooting 66.7%.
Now,
They have
Mr.
not
Ball,
had any.
did you get how much money is Southern? How much money is Southern and SWAC gonna get for Southern if Southern wins this game? How much?
I want to say 100,000.
That's all.
And then they don't have any foul calls. So they didn't shoot any free throws because they never were called for any shooting fouls. UC San Diego had only one foul called for them in their favor, a shooting foul. So Southern is out rebounding, 17 rebounds versus 12. Most of them are defensive rebounds. So defensively, they are causing steals, 8 steals, 1 block. They've had 8 total turnovers. And their largest lead was 21. Wow.
Well, let me ask you this question, Mr. Ball. You ready?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Now, exclude Jackson State. We're going to exclude Jackson State. Does Southern have the best program in the SWAC? Excluding Jackson State. We ain't thinking about Jackson right now. Does Southern have the best all-around program?
Are we talking about athletic?
All around. Yeah, athletic program. They spend $18 million. So do they have the best all-around program? We're excluding Jackson right now.
Both teams finished first in basketball. They was in the running for football. Are we talking about this year?
Yeah. What you think?
I would definitely have to say Southern for this
Okay.
year.
You say so.
They both finished first in men and women's side for basketball.
Right.
They were in the running. I mean, we're just excluding Jackson State, but they were in the running for they clinched their isn't that the second year clinching SWAC West?
Let's see. No.
No,
I thought
Prairie View
what's his
finished it
name?
last year.
That's right. Remember they went down to FAMU. They went to play FAMU for the
But they
SWAC championship.
won this year. I'll say yes. This year I agree. Now all around, Alabama State's consistently won the Commissioner's Cup.
Yeah, they do. You're right.
They don't win in basketball, and they don't normally. When I say they don't win in basketball or football, but all the other sports, the Olympic sports, track and field, they at golf, they definitely have been winning the Commissioner Cup.
Yeah, they have. One while they was winning it consecutively.
Do they need an offensive coordinator, Mr. Ford, Southern? That's what's holding them back.
Please. Yes. Yes, they do. I can't take them seriously until they make that move. I love Terrence.
You gotta take him seriously.
No, I love Terrence, but till he makes that move at that OC position, I can't. And I'm gonna tell you something else. Them people down there, Southern ain't gonna take them serious until they get that OC position right. I'm telling you now, because you know me and you done talked about this. Southern people know football now. You know that. I done told you. Southern, Jackson, FAM, A&T, who I miss? Them schools know, they know football now. Their fans know football. And I'm going to tell you something. As long as, is it Mark Frederick? Is that offensive coordinator? Them people at Baton Rouge not going to take them serious. They're not going to do it because they know the game. I told you that.
I think they need to take it seriously. I don't know what happened to Grambling. What happened to Grambling in basketball? Same, both they retained coaches. What happened to their basketball programs?
We got to get some more players. I thought our guards were okay, but I wasn't impressed with the front line. We got to get some more players in there. And what Grambling needs basketball, we need them. What you call them? Them transfer guys. What do you call them?
Africans.
The portal. We need them portal players.
What kind of portal players, Mr. Ford?
We need kids who have played on a high level. You know, don't necessarily have to been starters, but they played. They come in with some experience. That's what we got to have to Grambling. Because we, you know, like you said, that we won it that year, and then we took a step backwards this year. We got to get them kind of experienced players that'll take us back up to where we were. We need some. We don't really need no high school players. We need some transfer portal players. Some kids.
There's still some coaches that still be coming over there with that rhetoric. Your coach did the same thing.
What did he say?
He said, Coach Mickey Joseph, when he first did his introductory conference, he was over there talking about, we gonna start from the high school students. I'm gonna get You can get your ass whooped.
Yeah, that's basically what. I mean, ain't nothing wrong with getting the high school players, but the majority of the players can't be high school kids anymore.
They have to be championship quality.
Well, I'm gonna listen now. You know, I ain't got nothing for Deion Sanders. You know that. But now I did like when he said the 40-40-20, 40% portal, 40% junior college, 20% high school. I ain't got no problem with that now. I kind of agree with that.
You agree with it?
Yeah, I did. I thought.
I'm getting ready to do another. I'm gonna do another poll. Did Grambling ever restore order?
In where? What restore
the order? Restore it anywhere? Did they?
In what? In what sport? You mean in comparison back to the Eddie Robinson days?
No, I'm saying, did Gremlin restore order? That's the
No. In what? In what sport?
you said that they was gonna restore it in football. That's what you said.
No, we ain't done that yet. Now, no, we had some. What we had 2 years. You remember Fobbs? Remember Fobbs? Did we win? What we won? 2 SWAC championships or one? What did we win under Fobbs? You remember Fobbs?
Broderick Fobbs. Wait, here I
Yeah.
gotta.
Did we win 2 or 1?
Missionetta said I need to add a hell no to the did Gremlin restore did Gremlin
So that's what I said. That we had a heyday under Fobbs. Remember we did we win 2 SWAC championships? I know we went to the Celebration Bowl twice. Because at one time we were the only SWAC team that had won the Celebration Bowl until Fam and Jackson. We were the only school that had won it.
What you think about what they doing at FAMU? What's the tea? You know, you always tune in.
I thought that they probably called you. I'm waiting to see what them Rattlers gonna do now. I'm trying to see what them Rattlers, what they talking about down there now. And listen, let me tell you this.
I tried to tell you for a whole season. I said, Mr. Ford, it's the year of the Tiger.
The year of the Tigers, baby. It was the year of the Tigers. But let me say this. I looked at that skate. Let me tell you this. I wish I could go to that Jackson State game at Bragg, and I wish I could go to that homecoming game. They got Alcorn for homecoming. No. And I wish I could go. Yes, they got Jackson coming to Bragg, and they got Alcorn coming for homecoming. Because, Mr. Bonner, when I was growing up, boy, them FAMU homecomings was something else, boy. That was a sight to see back in the 60s and 70s. Boy.
They said out of order is the only order going on over there at Gremlin.
What is it? Out of order? Yeah, we got to get our stuff together, y'all.
FAMU won't reveal their defensive coordinator. Why they keeping it a secret?
That's what I want to know too. So they have a defense coordinator?
That's what they said. They got one.
So it's got to be somebody on the staff then, because I hadn't heard nothing.
They ain't announced a thing. They've been real quiet.
Yeah, I ain't heard nothing either. Now aren't they in spring training? They're in spring training, right?
Yeah.
It's got to be somebody on the staff.
You heard that the Prairie View coach said that he'll go to Colorado to do a spring
game.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I don't see no updates.
Doc said that his niece or somebody went to the practice and said they look totally different. That's what Doc was telling me one night. He said his niece went to she went to see the spring practice for Prairie View and said they look totally different. So
Love said the defensive coordinator is on campus.
It's got to be somebody on the staff.
Orangey says, SWAC Sports said, if Jackson State beats FAMU in Bragg, FAMU head coach will be fired after the game. We had a U-Haul, or there were some FAMU folks that had U-Hauls ready for Coach Maynor. They're going to have the U-Haul ready for their coach. I would have thought after you lost to Valley, you would have had the U-Haul.
Well, it was his first year, though. It was his first year.
What? Losing to Valley?
Listen, that was his first year. But now listen, the Valley loss helped them to realize that they had to make a move offensively. And I believe that this guy that they got now as offense coordinator, he's a real deal. He's a real deal. Now, I want to see who's going to be, what about this defense? We'll see. Because he's on the clock, no doubt about it. He's on the clock. And by the way, did FAMU name a president?
That's a weird feeling.
Did FAMU name the president yet? Did they name the permanent president?
I haven't heard anything.
I haven't either. I was wondering if you're there. Hey, you folks, do you have a new president yet?
They would have made that as a really loud announcement. That would have been something that they
I
really would
think the
have.
guy that's the interim is gonna get that job. The guy that's down there
Might,
now, he's gonna get
might,
that job. Huh?
I said they might as well, right?
Yeah, that's what I think. And if he gets that job, you right, Cozy's gonna be on a short lease. If that guy right there gets that job, that interim guy, because he's a rapper. And he gonna be on a short lease. Yeah, he's huh?
That's a revolving door, boy.
Well, let me tell you something. You know, FAMU now, if you can't bring them that championship, you got to go. They're gonna give you 2 to 3 years. You got to bring that championship because that's what they feed off of, and they don't like
I'm
taking
sorry.
ass whoopings.
They don't see one for the foreseeable future. Sorry.
Yeah, but I'm telling you something. One thing FAMU people hate is ass whooping in football because they take it like a funeral. They don't like our ass whooping.
They ain't recovered from the time when they only scored a field goal. They haven't recovered from it, from scoring 3 points.
Oh, you talking about the second year Deion's, the second game in Miami.
They have never recovered.
Well, they won it the next year. They won it the next year. They won the SWAC championship the next year.
That was with Coach. Let me go ahead and play it because you act like you don't know, Mr. Ford. What's going on?
Tom Willie! 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 He gone! Willie!
Mr. Mona, you know Willie brought Joe Henry down to FIU, right?
I seen it.
Yeah, he did. He gave him a lifeline.
I'm not trying to brag, but Jackson State has really turned it up a notch in football. And I just think we're going to run it back. I honestly think that we're going to run it back.
I think so too. I agree. I agree.
I think he did some elevating in-house, which I like.
You're talking about Cozy?
No, Coach TC Taylor, he does his elevation. He'll just elevate them from the roster that he already has.
Okay, so let me ask you, who's going to be the defensive line coach?
Probably Caleb Graham.
Okay, who's going to be the linebacker coach?
You know, that probably will be split between Coach Javancy Jones, who he was already the outside linebacker.
Right, outside linebacker coach. And so, and split, who would be the other person?
Or maybe Aaron Jackson. I want to say they haven't made the announcement.
Miss Whitley, what did you know? North Carolina A&T won 4. Didn't they win 4 Celebration Bowls?
Yes,
I think they won 4.
That's why they always bring it up, even though they're in a different division. They always bring it up.
But listen, let me say, it ain't but one word to describe North Carolina A&T's football. They are pitiful. They're pitiful. That's what they are. They're pitiful. Okay? Not remember what Dave told you they're going to be competitive? No, they're not competitive. They're pitiful. They're not competitive. They're pitiful. Okay? That's the word to describe A&T's football. Pitiful.
Well, it says Aaron Jackson is the D-line coach. Linebackers coach still got to be hired. And they might not hire one. They might.
Okay.
But Mr. Ford, you had me gagging when you said that that's how you define them. But I will say this. a new coach and a new
Okay,
coaching.
well, we'll see. We'll see. We're gonna see. Okay, because they was gonna beat the colored schools, right? And the colored schools beat up on them. Didn't
Beat all the
remember?
blacks.
Yeah, remember they was gonna beat up South Carolina State. Remember what that score was? Then they
They
was gonna beat
barely
up. Didn't Hampton beat up on them?
beat beat what little
Yeah.
bit of black they had left on them.
Okay, who else in the MEAC beat up on them? Did South Carolina State beat up on them? What about that 66
Everybody.
points that you remember? What's his name? The guy at Central. They put 66 points on them, but they were gonna beat up the color schools.
Oh Lord, that was the worst thing. Why did that man say that? He just
Yeah, they was gonna beat up the color schools. And so I guess Trey Oliver heard him.
but they do have a new coach. So
yeah, he's a new coach. He's a good guy. I saw him at Fort Valley. He's good.
They better snatch up some of these Tennessee State players.
You ain't kidding, baby. I hope some of them boys come to the SWAC. Man, I hope some of them boys.
We offer one offensive lineman. Let me see what his name. I retweeted it.
What's his name?
Connor. Let me get his name. We already offered him, and he got some decent offers. But that's OVC champs right there.
Yeah.
So they have quality.
Hey, somebody need to go up there and tell them, baby, come on down to the SWAC, baby.
Connor Meadows.
Yeah.
6'5", 300-pound offensive lineman.
Come on to the SWAC, baby.
From Temple, Kennesaw State, University of Akron, Bowling Green. Damn, Eddie George offered him.
He'll probably go with Eddie George then.
Yeah, to Bowling Green. Well, I mean, he might want to stay down south.
But see, here's the thing. With Tennessee State asking them around, they're going to lose a lot of them boys. I'm just saying that them boys need to look at the SWAC. Come on down to the SWAC. Come on down to the SWAC, baby.
Come on down.
They say black of the berry, sweet of the berry. What that thing we just say?
And he's a boxer, HBCU All-American. The Connor Meadows offensive lineman.
Oh, for real?
So, yeah.
Listen, the longer they wait to name a head coach, the worse they're going to be. Because they're going to lose a lot of their kids.
It's spring.
Lose a lot of kids.
You got one recruiting window opening.
That's after spring is over, right?
After spring game, and you want to bring those folks in for the summer.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I'm hoping some of them kids will come to the SWAC of the MEAC. I'm quite sure. Hey, listen, you know what's the name to put his pitch in? Coach Shennis Berry, baby. Win the day. You know he probably already talking at him.
Mr. Mailman.
Yeah, baby.
Undelivered. Return the sender.
Hey, what did he say? Win the day, ain't it? Win the day. TC say he didn't win that day.
Mr. Ford, you was gassing up Coach Berry, your mailman. Undeliverable. Return to sender. The preacher mailman.
Oh, baby. I know he had the boys in Tennessee State. I know he done sent them a message.
Dr. Kanisha said she doesn't think the MEAC will exist in 2028 if we don't make some serious changes in the next 2 years.
Dr. Kanisha, they need to listen to me. Combine the MEAC and the SWAC.
No, leave us.
Hey, Dr. Kanisha, 4 divisions, 5 teams, 20 teams and all. Okay, listen to me, Dr. Kanisha. That's the answer. All right, and with Dr. Charles McClellan at the head of the merger. He's our Pete Rozelle.
Mail stuck in the distribution center. these folks ain't gonna never let me interview them.
Hey, Dr. What Coach Barry said, win the day, baby. Win the day. Hey, what you think about the old coach at Southern? You think somebody's gonna give him a job? Dawson
Dule?
Odom. Huh? What
No.
about Dawson? You know what? I'd like to see Dawson Odom's at Tuskegee.
Why are you over here giving folks jobs away and giving folks
No,
jobs?
listen. Let me tell you something. We need Tuskegee to win. That is the winningest black college football program in the nation. Okay, they're the first first black school to have a marching band. There's a lot of tradition over there.
Orange G says SWAC MEAC merger in all sports or just football?
All sports. All sports.
What about Dule, Mr. Ford?
What's up? Did he get another job? Where's Dooley?
I'm asking you, where should he go? He should go to Tennessee State.
No, no. Did I give you that name the other night? I gave you that name, didn't I?
Told me somebody from Georgia State.
Yeah, I want that guy. Wait a minute. What's his name? Is it Damian Craig?
Yeah, that's the one you gave me. And where's Maynard? Where's Coach Maynard?
You know what? We could listen. I wouldn't have a problem with Maynard at Tennessee State.
Coordinator that Southern needs.
Huh?
That's the offensive coordinator.
Yeah, you're right. That's right. Maynard would be there. But you know what? I'm surprised Terrace won't get that. I thought Terrace would have given him a job once he was fired. I thought they would bring him in as an offensive analyst. I was surprised he didn't hire him. I really was. Because he knows Maynard. Maynard went to A&T and he went to Winston-Salem. He knows Maynard.
It says if Southern wins tonight, they'll be the first SWAC women's basketball team to win an NCAA tournament game and the second to win any postseason NIT or NCAA game. Grambling has won 2 NIT games, Ole Miss in 2017 and Oral Roberts in 2024.
Okay. Yeah, Maynard. Yeah, I could see Maynard at Tennessee State. I could see Maynard's offense coordinator at Southern if they give him a shot. I tell you what, those people will take him serious because he'll put an offense in.
Southern needs to slow the game down. They said that UC San Diego then made adjustments in the third. They've scored 13 points to Southern's 4.
What's the score now?
44-33.
Okay. What do you, Mr. Mona? Do you want? Don't you want Maynard to stay in the SWAC, even if it means being an assistant coach?
I think that there's going to be an opening next year if certain folks don't win. They're looking to transition again. It's hard to be a football coach in the SWAC.
Yes, it is, baby. The expectations are out the window.
Especially if Prairie View or Alabama A&M does decent this year, this coming season, you're gonna have folks that
I think Prairie View is gonna do all right. Now the reason the only thing about I have question mark. I know that Sam Shade's gonna put a defense together. I know that. He's gonna put a defense together. We ain't got nothing to worry about. My question mark about Alabama A&M is offensive. I don't know. Somebody got to tell me about the offensive line. Of course, they got to tell me about the quarterback situation. What's the run back room look like? You know, are you going to be a ground and pound? Are you going to throw? Are you 60-40, 70-30? I mean, what are you going to do? What's your philosophy? That's what I got to know about Alabama A&M offensively. Now, with this guy out here at Prairie View,
well, I know one thing, and you know what? This might not be all, but the D2 players when they went, and maybe that's just how Jackson State recruited.
Uh-huh.
He stood up beside them, like Jackson State versus the South Carolina State football players.
Oh,
With the South Carolina State football players ran through the MEAC like runny diarrhea, just ran through them, right?
yeah.
When they stood up against the Jackson State players, it was like high school players
Yeah. It was.
inside. So what I'm
Yeah.
wondering is, are the D2 players that Coach Sam Shade and Prairie View's coach, are those players, do they have the size?
That's, you know what?
This
That's the
size
$64,000 question. We got to wait and see.
gotta have that size, which
Yeah,
and
we got to see.
and he's from there, so I'm sure that he can recruit those guys. But Jackson State is recruiting for, like, you know, a different type of look.
Yeah,
and
they are, no doubt.
they're-
Now, let me just say this, Mr. Mona. Now, I don't think size is going to be a problem at Prairie View. Now, on the other hand, I think it will be a question mark at Alabama A&M. Because, see, this guy, what's his name? Jackson. What's coach's name at Prairie View?
Tremaine
What's his name?
Jackson is at Prairie
Okay,
View.
see, this guy has been in the SWAC before. He knows what the SWAC is all about. He knows the size, he knows the speed, he knows the coaching, because he was at one time at Texas Southern, and I think he played at Texas Southern, so he knows. Okay, now,
Right.
you have a legitimate question when it comes to Coach Shade, as far as I'm concerned.
Did they
I gotta
learn the
see.
lesson watching the mailman?
Say
Did
say
they
what now?
learn the lesson? Did they learn a
Yeah,
lesson?
yeah. And now, but let me say this. One thing, when it comes to schematics and the coaching, I have no question marks when it comes to Sam Shade's defenses. Like I said, listen, he gonna put a defense together and gonna put one together quickly. He gonna do that. The whole thing is gonna be his offense. I got to see what his offense. I really don't know his people on the offensive side of the ball. And I gotta follow them. I gotta watch them.
Okay. Well, I think that we are pretty much done for the night. This was supposed to be an emergency live.
I know. When you coming back?
If they announce that next head coach X, and then I'll go live again. No,
Okay, you talking about the Tennessee State? Which one?
Mr. Ford, I can't tell you who it is because then it'll cause drama. I can't say who
Wait a
it
minute.
is.
You talking about the school? Oh, okay, all right, okay.
No,
Now, we talking football or basketball? We talking We talking basketball?
we're talking basketball. That there are some
Okay.
coaches that are exiting stage left.
Well, you tell them, hey, you folks from Alabama A&M, this Mr. Ford, go up there to Memphis and go on and tell Mike Davis, as soon as they run is over, get his stuff and come on down to Huntsville. That's what you do. You got that big old pretty arena, gorgeous, probably the prettiest one in all of, well, we'll see. But anyway, go on up there and tell Mike Davis, after this run is over, after they win the championship, bring his stuff on down to Huntsville, Normal, Alabama. That's who you want, Mike Davis. You'll win immediately.
Mike Davis. Okay, so keep going. Name some other coaches that could be leaving and name their replacements.
Okay, now you said basketball, right?
Yeah, say somebody else. Who else you got on the chop?
Okay, now listen, wait a minute. Now. Okay, they did good at Alabama State. Okay, that's right. Alcorn is looking for somebody. So you think Alcorn's gonna consider this guy from Meridian you was talking about?
I think they should.
What about that guy there at Langston? I've always heard about him.
Yeah, he's good.
Yeah, bring that guy from Langston into the SWAC. Let me see.
He said he don't pick somebody else.
Oh, so what Dr. Kadesh said? He said he don't want to go.
Kanisha said, get somebody else to do it.
Okay, let's see now. You're gonna have to get
But
me a list.
okay, so I'm gonna name the school, and you tell me whether or not they're safe. Okay.
Okay,
Jackson State men's and women's.
oh, they say
Southern
definitely
men's and
safe, totally safe.
Grambling men's and women's.
I know that the men's coach is definitely safe. I think the girls, yeah, I think the lady that's the girls coach. I think she got to win next year now. She got to win next year. But I think both of them are safe. Who you got?
Didn't she just win the SWAC tournament last year?
That's what I'm saying. I think she's good.
Oh, you said she got to win next year, like she would be on the chopping block after she won.
Well, you know these folk are now. Now, you hadn't called out the one. I'm surprised they hadn't fired him. I tell you one person.
Women's.
Huh?
UAPB men's and women's.
Oh man.
Mind you, everybody gets to come to the SWAC tournament next year. You could have won no game.
Listen. I'm gonna say this: them people at UAPB, they on the hot seat. Definitely the men's coach is.
The women's basketball coach just got there.
So she good. Yeah, but the men's coach, he got to do something now. Okay,
right.
They say allegedly.
Man, you don't have.
That's what. Listen, Carey, Dr. Carey. Listen, Reggie Theus did an outstanding job this year. And by the way, you know, I'm a fan to hear back from his Vegas days, because that used to be my team, UNLV. Under
I'm a fan of Coach Reggie Theus too.
Yes, I'm a fan of Theus, baby. Listen, let me tell you, Mr. Mona, he came in for 1 year, and the players were so jealous of him on the Hawks. They wouldn't let him stay but 1 year. They were so jealous of him.
All right. Let's go ahead to Bethune men's and women's team.
Safe.
Alabama State men's and women's team.
Now, the Miss Jackson in trouble. I think she's in trouble. That she's over the women's program. I think Miss Jackson's in trouble. I really do.
Damn you, men's and women's team.
They better hope they don't lose that Carey, man. That man know what he's doing. Now the women's coach at FAMU, is her name Gordon? What's her name?
Yes, Gordon.
She needs to put together winning. Yeah, she needs to put together. I've seen some sparks, but I need to see between a 1 to a 3 settlement next year. She needs to be first place, second place, third, maybe 4. She needs to do well. She needs to win more than she loses.
Haynes, we just did FAMU's basketball coaches.
Yeah. Like I said, they better hope they don't lose that Carey, man. That guy's good. Now the Gordon, Coach Gordon, she got to put it together next year. Like I told you, she needs to be first, second, third, maybe 4th place.
On her, some talented women on her roster.
You talking about a FAM?
Like you said, yeah.
Yeah, she got to put it together now. She got to put it together. This will be her 3rd year. What is it? 2nd year, 3rd?
This will be her 3rd year coming up.
Yeah, she got to put it together now. Because these people, back in the day, they say give them 5 years. These people giving you 2 and 3 years now. You saw that guy Villanova, didn't you? They gave him 3 years.
They ain't giving folks. The thing is, they giving y'all less years and no NIL.
That's right. They got 3 years up at Villanova. But now he followed a great one. You remember the guy that guy Villanova before him had 2 national championships. What was his name? Jay Wright. Wright had 2.
The makeup of basketball, just like football, it's all changed. Folks will get player of the year, whatever accolades, and they'll go hunting for an NIL deal. They'll go
There you
hunt.
go. That's right. Everything now is a 1-year agreement. Excuse me, everything is a 1-year agreement.
How many years has Coach Theus been coaching at Bethune-Cookman? I want to say this is his 4th year, ain't it?
I
But
think so
they had
too.
that little time where they weren't really putting money into athletics at all.
Yeah,
So
but
for me,
he's doing
I
a great
feel
job.
like Coach Theus should have that job at the basketball helm for as long as he wants, because they have went through hell and back for
Yeah,
real. The whole
yeah,
athletic department. There was a time where they was trying to shut down the whole school and
yeah,
trying to take their accreditation. A lot of folks try to utilize, just like how HBCUs are underfunded. Bethune-Cookman was that much lower as far as being underfunded. Damn. The San Diego done scored 18 points in the 3rd quarter to Southern's 9. Going
What's
on?
the score? What's the score?
49 to 38. 49 to 38.
Okay, Southern still leading.
They probably got some fouls going. Let me see what they over here doing. You know
Maybe
those.
is Southern still leading.
Yeah, they're still leading.
Okay, all right.
Oh, San Diego done turned it up a notch with the 3-pointers.
Oh, okay.
To close the lead. They still only have a field goal percentage of 35.7%.
Okay, Tiger Nation said San Diego has started to get the calls. We knew that
Now,
was coming.
yeah, 40.
We knew that was coming.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. Lord, you knew that was coming.
Yeah, we knew that was
coming. You gotta keep going. You know they're gonna start fouling and
Yeah, they're gonna do that. Yeah. Come on, Jax.
hold the line. Tell them hold the line.
Oh, yeah, baby. Come on, Jax.
Hold the line. Don't let them folks come back getting into it. Like,
Now, the school that I thought was going to make a move as far as the men's coaching was the guy at Prairie View. I thought they probably would get rid of him, but I hadn't heard anything.
I understand. He still has like a year left in his contract. You know.
Okay.
When we talk about like changing coaches, usually they let them finish out their contract, or let them, not unless you're just that terrible, right? They'll probably
Yeah.
let him.
Now, what was that record? What was that SWAC record?
And like I said, next year they all get to go to the
Mr. Mona, what was Prairie View's yeah, what was their SWAC record?
Men's basketball. They were 10th in the SWAC. Damn, that's some 10th
That's
place.
terrible.
They were 4-14, 5 and 2 their overall. Arkansas Pine Bluff had more.
Listen, it's 4 million black folks in the state of Texas. You can't get some players, no basketball players at Prairie View. That don't make no sense. It's 4 million black folks down in Texas. You should have an outstanding team. You could make a team up for junior college or what you call them, transfer portal boys. That don't make no. There shouldn't be no 4-14. Not at no Prairie View. You sit nowhere from Houston and Dallas. That don't make no sense.
It's all about recruiting, huh?
Yeah, they got 4 million black folks down there in Texas, and you ain't got no player, and you 4-14. No, they might have to buy you out. That don't make no sense.
Not recruiting.
Yeah.
The same with some of these other places who have way better facilities. Like, I'm surprised Alabama A&M should be at the top of the conference with the type of facilities that they have. There's no
Go get
reason.
Mike Davis. Go get Mike Davis. Go get Mike Davis. Go get Mike Davis.
Well, y'all, they're down by 9.
Southern?
9-40. No, the San Diego team.
Oh, okay.
Hopefully they'll let them play out the last. Southern went cold in the third quarter.
Oh yeah, that happens.
Southern looks tired, and we still have another quarter to play. Man, they better. See, this is what happens.
How many players is Southern playing? Are they playing the 7, 8, 9, or 10?
How far deep in the bench are they going?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Well,
Be mad because this same thing happened, which for us, I don't know the status of all the women on that team, but I know for us, which I figured out, is that there are some injuries that were taking place on our team, and that's why he couldn't go deep into the bench.
oh, okay.
Our folks was exhausted, absolutely exhausted. And it turned out that the reason why is because we couldn't go deep into the bench, and they were exhausted, and you could tell.
Oh yeah.
Like, okay.
Oh yeah. How many players is Jackson losing in the men's program?
How many are we? What?
How many people are not coming back for next year?
I only seen like 15 or 20 leave.
I'm talking about for the basketball team.
Oh, for the basketball? I haven't seen.
Yeah, I know Grant, the big kid, the 7-foot guy. He's not
So
coming back.
all of our bigs are gone.
Right. Okay. So that's Council. What was his name?
Cannon Grant is gone, and Mansell is gone.
Right. That's right. Okay.
Yeah, they're gone. Which that's going to be huge, right? Because they played a intricate role in that. Was huge for us.
Yeah.
But we do have Kobe Butler coming in.
How big is he? What's the height?
High school, but they're still in the running. They're still in the running for I want to say 6'7", maybe. That's in New Orleans Parish or down there. I want to say that they're still running. It says 4 guys got their jerseys on senior night.
Oh, okay. So okay.
But our main core, and we got they on demon time. He's gonna have to get some bigs.
Yeah, he got to get some bigs. He'll probably go junior college. If you don't go junior college, probably go. He'll go portal.
So I'm not seeing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm seeing they had at least 6 players. Oh,
that's not coming back.
I see Sonya 7. No, I'm talking about that's playing accordingly. I think they got an 8 player rotation going through.
That's Jackson
on Southern. No, Southern women's team.
Southern women. Okay. Okay.
They have 8 players at least that's getting, at least that I can see on here.
Okay, Mr. Bone, it's time for me to turn it in.
I've been saying turn it in. Now I gotta stay up. I have to finish.
I know it, but listen, you coming back Saturday?
Oh, huh?
You know for sure Saturday? You gonna come back Saturday? But I'll just be watching.
No, I'll come back Saturday.
Okay.
Saturday. Yeah, because we're gonna have to do updates. Howard's would have played by then. Norfolk would have played by then. It's gonna be a
Right.
lot of folks that'll play. So yeah, I'll be back on
Okay.
Saturday.
Okay. Well, listen. Have a good night.
You too.
All right.
All right, y'all. Should we finish out the game or y'all done? Are y'all done or are y'all finished? How much we got? We got 8 minutes. We could watch it. Let me see if I can get some. Let me see if I can get. Are they doing the announcing on like Jackson State does? Are they doing that or no? No, I don't see them. Like our local news, or not news, our local radio usually plays something. Southern Women's Basketball. They don't got no Baton Rouge radio covering it. Yeah. No. Hoop and a horn. Southern is playing better defense, which is good to hear, right? That's like paramount. Gotta play defense. Got to. Attacking the paint. Listen, I want for 55-46, y'all. 55-46. That is what I am talking about. Let's go, Jags. I should have worn my leopard print today. I don't know if it'll flag my stuff or not. $57. Lord what is the line on this? That's what I want to know. It says UC San Diego layup good by number 24 Spriggs. Assist by Mahan. Right now on the floor, they have Gordine, who scored 16 points. She's 7 of 13. She shot 2 threes successfully. She's 2 for 2. Fontenot only has 3 points. Now, I don't know if y'all remember Fontenot, but she was the one that did that game winner against Jackson State 2 years ago. Media timeout, y'all. It's only 4 minutes left, so we'll stay on here. Southern's still being aggressive offensively, which is good, right? You want to keep the fouls to a minimum. Southern is still 60% from three-point range, 75% on free throws. Neither one of the teams have really went to the free throw line. UC San Diego only had 2 free throw attempts. Well, went to the line twice, and then Southern went twice, and they shot 3 of 4. They both have turnovers now, 13 turnovers for Southern and 14 for UC San Diego. Southern is out rebounding UC San Diego, of course. I like that based on this substitution law, coach is definitely subbing out his players. The whole game, 2 trips to the free throw line. That's terrible. I mean, that just means that the refs ain't really been getting too much involved, right? If you've only been to the free throw line twice, you know they usually be blowing that whistle and getting them to the free throw line. Oh my goodness! Of course, we're cheering for Sutton. We're cheering for Sutton. Why not? San Diego does not want to get beat by a SWAC team. Media timeout. Southern has successfully, trend-wise, they have successfully completed 4 of their 5 field goals, whereas UC San Diego 3 of the last 3. Southern only has 1 foul. San Diego has 2. UC San Diego has 3 timeouts. Southern has 2 timeouts. I'm going to just keep it a buck with you. The only way that they're going to close this out, which it'll be really weird to see, is if they start blowing the whistle in the last 2 to 3 minutes, right? Realistically, looking at these, at the way it's shaped up right now, neither one of them are in foul trouble. Not to where they'll go to the line. Only have 1 foul for Southern and 2 for San Diego. They can't go to the free throw line. Oh, I love this. Southern has bench has contributed 28 points versus UC San Diego only contributing 8. So coach working that bench, and that's anytime you're looking to make a run, you have to work the bench. I think everybody was cheering for us when we were going against LSU, no? I thought so. And when we was in Memphis, it says yes and no because people are definitely fouling. Well, where's the fouls at? Let me see. It says up here that UC San Diego has only 2 fouls, and then it says Southern only has 1. Okay, I see. Oh, Edwards has 3 personal fouls. I see them. They're just not shooting fouls. Tate has 2. So these fouls must have been done in the first half. Let me see. They must not be fouling in the second half. Oh, I don't know what's going on. Maybe they haven't updated it. Y'all, are they back on the court? What's going on? It says UCS missed a jumper by Sugar Ponds. Southern defensive rebound by number 21. Legit. I don't even know if I'm spelling or pronouncing her name correctly. She's has 6 rebounds and 5 of them have been defensive rebounds. Okay. She has 10 points on the night. Oh, it's Lidge. Sorry. T. Lidge. She has 10 points, 5 of 7. Okay, so Southern has the ball, y'all. Southern missed a jumper by Gordine. UC San Diego defended the rebound. Lord, they're going back and forth. Southern need to just hold on to the ball and slow the game down. Southern just made 2 free throws. Well, when is it going to update on here? ESPN is rooting for San Diego. They're showing San Diego highlights. Not ESPN is rooting for San Diego. What? They're both 16 seed teams. I don't know why folks be trying to make it seem like Jackson or that HBCUs are just so much less than. They get on my nerves with that shit. Uh-oh. Coach Yo's talking about put some respect on the swag. Uh-oh. 61 to 50. Okay, Sutton. Let's go. Oh, this is so sweet. It says day 1 of the NCAA men's tournament, Amar Knox hits the game winner for Alabama State. Day 1 of the NCAA women's tournament, Knox's fiance Dakaya Sanders looks to get the first tournament win in program history. Love and basketball. That is so cute. Dakaya Sanders plays for Southern. She was at Alabama State from 2020 to 2024. She transfers to Southern, and her fiance is Amar Knox. You see how they be finding these little stories out about the players? Southern turnover by number 4 Sanders. Okay, Dakaya, don't be turning over the ball. We just over here talking about love and basketball. San Diego just stole the ball and got the foul. Damn. Okay, 61-51. I don't have ESPN either, honey. I got ESPN Plus, but I don't have ESPN. I'm for Funches to coach. Time to milk the clock. Hold on to the ball. You know what I love, and I've noticed that Ruffin does it. I love it. Ruffin will hold the ball, right? You know, and he'll hold it till it gets to about 9 or 8 seconds. And you just know that he's getting ready to drive it. And he holds the ball like running the clock, and then he drives it. And he'll be trying to get through like 3 or 4 defenders. I'm like, what are you doing? Just make a beeline, a plan in your head on which way you're going to go. He does it all the time. Hold on, I'm coming. What's going on, y'all? Southern timeout. Southern has a timeout, y'all. I didn't know Norfolk was going to be right there in Raleigh. Raleigh's like, how far is Raleigh from me? Probably not even an hour and 45 minutes. I'll go to that game. When is that game? Let me see. My son will be. Is that on Friday? Yeah, Friday at 6:50. We can get out and go to that game. Braxton gonna be like, why do we keep going to all these basketball games, mommy? I need to get tickets for that. Number one, Florida, them tickets are probably high. San Diego is starting to foul. They are still not in the bonus. Okay, I see San Diego has 4 fouls. Uh-oh, it says bonus. It says bonus now. Tiger Nation, it does say bonus on there. Dang, how many times she fouled? Like, okay, so they're fouling to stop the clock, but they have 3 timeouts. Why are they fouling like that? Why are they fouling? Why the broadcast flickering to another game? They mad Southern winning. What? It better not. We need to see this. Uh-oh. Southern missed by Fontenot. Southern offensive rebound. A miss Fontenot. UCS took a 30-second timeout. Y'all, it's getting close. I'm not going to say there's no way that they can score 10 points. But at this point, as long as Southern milks the clock and they convert, right now it says they're 5 of 7? 5 of 7 for free throws. You need to be at 100% on your free throws. You could just close this game out. Ain't no need in. Let's get you up on out of here. UC San Diego. Let's get you on up out of here for the night. So they're going to have to work on free throws. Not that they would get to the free throw line that much, but once again, once you start getting to the free throw, you have to have 90% completion of your free throws. So, okay, Southern. Let's see if folks are as loud as they were with Alabama State. UC San Diego's getting a little rowdy. What they doing? He hit the second one. Okay. They already heckling. It says time to dance on UC San Diego. HBCU alums are so unserious. And it doesn't even have to be Southern. This is an Alabama State alum talking about what kind of dancing y'all doing. Uh-oh, it says SD just hit a 3 and they're pressing. You can press all you want. You're going to foul again. Hold on for 2 minutes. Hold the line. Hold the line. Hold the line. Hold the line. You literally have less than a minute. Like, you can do this. Southern can't inbound a damn ball. No, Southern SD just got a 5-second call on Southern. Oh no. 6-62. No! Just run. I mean, if they're pressing, that means that folks are open down the stretch. What we doing now? Come on. You better do like Alabama State and do like Alabama State. Throw it down the damn thing. All you gotta do is hold it. As soon as you get the ball, they're gonna foul you. All right, there we go. Southern just fouled. SD just fouled Southern. Southern free throw good by Reed. Reed scored 23 points. She is so basically, if I'm Southern and I know that San Diego is going to foul me as Southern, I'm going to tell them to inbound to Reed at all times because Reed is money from the free throw line at this point. She just shot both of her free throws and they were both good. Reed. I want to say Reed has the most points. Yep, Reed has 24 points, 8 of 10 field goals, 5 of 5 for free throws. So if I'm Southern, I would keep trying to inbound to Reed because they're going to foul, and you know that Reed is money. She's a bucket on the free throws. She made both. Yep, timeout. What's the line on this? Was Southern favored to win this game? Hold the line. All you gotta do. 44 seconds left. UCS turnover, so they turn the ball over, and then there's a personal foul on number 15. 2 free throws awarded. She has 5 fouls, 6 points. Yeah, get her out of the game. Well, just get her out the game. Get her out the game. That's her 5th personal foul. Go ahead and sit her down. The coach kept Reed on the bench the whole second half. And you know what? Maybe he wanted to rest her for the last 2 minutes of the game. Maybe there's some method to his madness. Gordine, free throws good. The Chinese shooter fouled out. She didn't need any rest. Oh, damn. I know folks is hot, okay? You should have put 100,000 on Southern. No, the coach needs to walk home. Losing a 20-point lead is pretty bad. So Gordine missed one free throw and she made the second one. Or no, she made the first one. Missed Southern offensive rebound. Made one of the two. The best shooter is still in the game for SD. I told you they don't want to lose no SWAT team. Oh, wow. So basically, Southern is like that. Alabama State is like that. The chat is tough. Yeah, our chat goes, yeah, like that. Definitely. The Norfolk State women's team gonna really piss them off. Boy, I'm ready for that Maryland game. Reed averaged 9 points a game and had 19 the first half. She was on fire and not tired. Right. I don't know. Dr. Kanisha, they probably told him, look now, you need to have her sit down. Okay? You got too much dip on your chip. We're going to let y'all play, but you doing a little bit too much for us. Okay, so let's go. Let me pull up the Southern Jaguars roster so that you can see what these young ladies look like, so you can put like a face to the name. I'm gonna just read these off. Okay, so Diamond Hunter is a 5'8" senior. She's a guard from Baton Rouge, Louisiana, transfer from Sam Houston State. Anaya Gordine is a guard, 5'9" senior from Baltimore, Maryland. She's Temple University transfer. Fontenot, I think that says Elijah. I'm not going to try to pronounce her first name, but her last name is Fontenot. This is the guard. She's a 5'9" senior from Fresno, Texas, Ridgepoint High School. She's the one that shot that 3 against Jackson State in the SWAC championship 2 years ago to beat us. Tanaya Lawson is a 5'8" junior. She's a guard from Capitol Heights, Maryland. She's a transfer from Texas Southern. Dakayas Sanders is a guard, 5'4" graduate student from Birmingham, Alabama. She's an Alabama State transfer, and also that's Amar Knox's fiance. Deshante Edwards is a 5'7" junior from Baltimore, Maryland. She's a guard and a transfer from Bethune-Cookman. Okay, Bethune has some shooters. Miss Trail is a guard / forward, 5'10", redshirt freshman from Lake Charles, Louisiana, and she's a transfer from ULM. Jocelyn Tate is a 5'11" guard freshman from North Little Rock, Arkansas. She comes from North Little Rock High School. Amani Morris is a 6'3" sophomore. She's a forward from Cedar Hill, Texas. She's a Texas Southern transfer. Aubrey Wilkins is a 5'5" freshman guard from Carver High School from Columbus, Georgia. Sanaya Reed is a guard, 6 foot senior from Slidell, Louisiana, North Shore High School. Sky Castro is a freshman, 6'2" senior. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Sky Castro is a forward, 6'2" senior, criminal justice major from Queens, New York, from St. Peter's. Tiana Lidge is a center, 6'4" senior from El Paso, Texas. They are deep in Texas. So I see what Mr. Ford is saying when he says Prairie View should be able to recruit. From Andrews High School, Kiana Wilson is a graduate, 5'7" junior from Jacksonville, Florida. I'm sorry, guard. She's from Florida Southwestern State transfer. Demaya Porter, forward, 6'1" freshman from Bogachetta. Is it Bogachetta, Mississippi? From Bogachetta High School? I think it's Bogachetta. Ms. Harrison is a center, 6'4" senior from Garland, Texas. She comes from Garland High School. Of course, you have Coach Carlos Funches, TJ Pugh, Patrice Carter, and Jeremy Bonin as the assistant coach. You can stick a fork in this one because it's done. Wait a minute. Not stick a fork in it. Oh, y'all. Southern about to win this game. Girls, stop fouling. Y'all lost. Oh, nah, you better hit them 2 free throws, girl. Don't get me started on PV's piss poor recruiting in football these past years. I'm a PV alum and I can't understand it. And I'm telling you, Alabama State, Alabama A&M, and Purview have the best facilities in some of the best facilities in all of FCS. Okay? Cut them check. Here, let me put it out there. Tell them, bring me my money. Tell them, bring me my money. Here, I'm going to put that up. Give me a second. We got to play that for the culture. Gotta play that. Tell them, bring me my money. I know that's right.
Tell them to bring me my money.
Oh.
Tell them to bring me my money.
Hey.
Tell them to bring me my money. Tell them to bring me my money.
Check.
Tell them to bring me my money.
Okay. Bring me my money. All right. Hey. Okay, son. Okay. Alabama State. Why? All right. See, now I don't feel so bad about losing to y'all. I'm still a little bit salty about. I want to throw markers. You hear me? I want to throw a marker. All right. I'm going to do a 2-minute recap on the game. When they next game. And we out of here. All right. Tell them, bring me my money. Yeah, like, cut the check. So do you know how much money that is? I want to say that's $2.2 million coming to the SWAC. And we won last year. Grambling won. So you bringing in upwards of $70,000 or $700,000 a year extra money. Okay. Y'all make sure, show some love to Sidon. There's levels when we go to the cheering. It's your school, and then your state versus the other SWAC school states. Then it goes SWAC. JV said, SWAC. So we, on some folk. All right, just a recap for Southern's game. Southern was shooting at 49% towards the end. Second half obviously was way rougher as they were upwards of 60%. From the 3-point range, they still were 6 of 10 from 3-point range. 75% for free throws. You see how many free throws Southern got towards the end? 16. Damn, they was fouling the mess out of them the last 4 minutes of the game. Like, good Lord. 16 turnovers. They got 9 points off of turnovers, 36 rebounds. Damn, only 6 of them were offensive. The rest were defensive. Southern came to play, okay? They had some defense. 6-0 run over the last 49 seconds of the game. 5 of their last 7 field goals. Yeah. And, one of their bigs from UC San Diego fouled out. How many damn times y'all gonna foul? Team highs, of course, is Sanaya Reed, which I will pull up her stuff so you can see, because a lot of times this is Sanaya Reed, guard, 6-foot guard, from North Shore High School. She averages 10 points a game and 4 rebounds. And so she really came to play tonight. And was paramount in the win for that game. And then you had Gordine had 7 rebounds and Dakaya Sanders had 4 assists. So congratulations to the Jaguars. They have to play UCLA. I just lost $100 on. Why would you bet against Southern? 38 hot. She hit her first 3s or 4 3s. Yeah, she's on fire. I'm cheering heavy for Norfolk. Lord, interested to see how Norfolk ladies do. So Norfolk will be playing on Saturday. Of course, you guys. I came here. I was supposed to only be on here for like an hour just to talk about Alcorn State. But as always, it developed into something else. As always, I'm not going to promise that I'll be back doing lives like that, but I'll be back on Saturday. Unless there's another breaking news. And for that breaking news, I promise you that one's not going to be longer than an hour. I'm going to just break the news and I'm going to get off. Right. Over there just betting on games. Like what? Anyway, y'all stay tuned. Everybody have a blessed evening and a blessed rest of the week. Tomorrow, which is Thursday, I want to say, is it Tower that's playing tomorrow? Let me get that for y'all. I'm going to get the schedule for y'all, and then we're going to leave. I seen Dr. Kanisha posted the schedule for what was going on, and she posted where the games can be found. So let me do that. All right. Tomorrow, and I don't even, North Carolina A&T will be at 5 p.m. on ESPN Plus. Texas Southern will be at 6 p.m. Howard will be on Friday at 6 p.m. on ESPN Plus. Alabama A&M will be Saturday at, there's not a time on there. Norfolk will be on Saturday at 3 p.m. on ESPN. Coppin State will be at 4 p.m. on Saturday. Bama State will be at 1 p.m. on CBS on tomorrow. Bama State plays tomorrow at 1 p.m. I might have to show that one. What time I got to pick up my... I wonder what 1 p.m. that is. I wonder if that's Eastern Standard Time or Central. And, of course, Norfolk is Saturday. No, Norfolk is Friday at 5 p.m. on TNT. Y'all, make sure we support. Oh, I was going to say, send me some money. I ain't going to bet it, but I'll root for them. So, once again, y'all, tomorrow we'll be watching A&T and Texas Southern and Bama State, 1 p.m. Eastern. Oh, okay. So, since it's on CBS, I want to say CBS is like one of those free TV, like you can get that on a regular channel. So, I actually might be able to show that particular game just because the other ones like ESPN and stuff like that, I'm not trying to get my channel flagged, but I might actually show that Alabama State one. I want to see what it's talking about, what it's looking like. So anyway, I'm through rooting for the coalition. Okay, but A&T is not Texas Southern. Are Texas Southern? Is that the coalition? CBS, yeah, CBS is a local channel, so I might be able to actually show that on my channel without me being worried about being flagged because it's a free channel. So I will see you guys on Saturday evening. Other than that, y'all have a safe and blessed evening. I'm going to play this song. It's my favorite song. I love this song by Reverend Paul Jones. And I'm going to dedicate this song to G and those big sad Braves.
I've had some weary days and some sleepless nights. But when I look around and I think things over, all of my good days outweigh my bad days. I won't complain. The clouds hang low. I can hardly see the road. I ask the question, Lord. Lord, why should this day? But He knows one day from me. Although my weary eyes, they can't see, so I'll just say, thank you, Lord. I won't complain. But He is so good to me. He's been good to me. More than this world I could ever be. He's been so good. But He knows one day from me. Although my weary eyes, they can't see, so I'll just say, thank you, Lord. I won't complain. But He is so good to me. He's been good to me. More than this